What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Let It Be Known. I'm Darren Randall. We back with Lamar, and we just had NBA All Star Weekend. It was pretty cool. It was cool to have all the stars back in the building. I guess the location was a little different in Utah. No, not a party city, nothing like Vegas, nothing like Los Angeles. But that's cool. Expanding the NBA. Utah Jazz got to get a lot of shine this year. We've seen 3-point competition, we've seen the dunk competition, and then we've seen the All Star game. But Lamar, what was your favorite between all those three?
I actually really like the dunk contest this year. It's funny because usually the dunk contest is actually like, kind of like disappointing and it's like be played out. And I feel like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of the dunks that we see, we've seen already. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I feel like a
Who
lot
the
of people
fuck
been
said a
hating on.
white man can't dunk? Who the fuck
Hey, man,
said that?
we got some out there, man. Perfect example, Mac McClung. A lot of people's hating on the winner, but Mac McClung, he deserved it, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been know about Mac McClung. I
And he
didn't
was a
never
Laker.
thought he was gonna make. Yeah, and he was Lakers, like, man. Come on, Lakers. Maybe he's not a game dunker. I don't know. That don't even matter because I feel like he's a baller, man. He started his career at Georgetown. He transferred out of Georgetown, went to Texas Tech. They made like the Final Four. They ended up losing, but he had a pretty good career. And then I don't think he ended up getting drafted, or he might have went second round. But he was on the Warriors for a second. Then went to the Lakers. So he's been bouncing around the league for a minute. I just got word too that the 76ers had picked him up on a 10-day contract, basically just so he can
Literally.
compete.
I want to say it was a 2 day,
But
actually. I don't even think it was a 10 day. Like, it was a little like,
oh no,
oh,
I think they're saying a two way
oh
contract.
yeah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 10,
Yeah,
10
two
day.
way is
So,
just go up and down.
yeah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. But that was pretty crazy though. They just signed him and he ended up making history. And he was also, I want to say, the first, yeah. So first person in the dunk contest to win while being in the G League. That's crazy. And that's how you know
It
the
is
NBA
crazy.
is going a lot. That's how you know the NBA is going a lot downhill from the dunk contest. At first, you used to have guys like Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, the big name superstar, crazy athletes that we know to be all time performers. And then you got guys like this now that are in the G League making history. I think it's cool though, it gives them new opportunity. And I seen it. So through the 2 years that he's been in the NBA or NBA and G League, he's made 106,000, not to count his pockets. But then now, and just by winning that dunk contest, he won 100K. Like that's fucking
Yeah,
crazy. That's nothing
it's
small.
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
he just covered
yeah.
his whole year. Now he could go eat a Red Lobster. He ain't got to eat that fucking In and Out. Like this dude could go out and splash a little bit. So I thought that was pretty dope. But
No, yeah.
going on today, talking about the All Star game, Jason Tatum MVP. That was pretty dope. And this for Kobe, the Kobe Bryant All Star Game MVP. So shout out Jason Tatum because I know that's pretty big for him. I know that it means a lot. I know that he's a big Kobe fan. I got my Kobe jersey on right now, actually. So I know how much that
What you
meant for
got
him.
on? What you got on that? What you got on that 2-4 or that 8?
I got on that 8 actually. I got that from
Yes,
my cousin.
sir.
He gifted me. I
That
had
8.
to. And this was even crazier. Jason Tatum, he
Gotta fuck with.
broke. This
My
is
bad. Go
even
ahead.
crazier. Jason Tatum, how he broke the record, 55 points in a fucking All-Star game. That's nothing small. All the guys that's been
Yeah.
competed, LeBron, Kobe, Michael Jordan, the guys we just mentioned, Stephen Curry. And then he also had 10 rebounds, 6 assists to go with that. 10 3-point shots made. And then he had 27 points in the third quarter. That's another all-time record. And that's when him and Jaylen Brown, they was going back and forth at it one-on-one. Jaylen Brown was fucking that boy up. I can't lie. He hit him with a three right in his face. Jason Tatum, he guarded it pretty fairly okay, but after he hit him with that crossover, Jason Tatum came in his face, still hit the three in his mouth. Jason Tatum tried to come back, threw the ball away, got it again, busted a three in his mouth. So it was pretty cool though. Just two teammates going back one-on-one. I think we like seeing that because we never get to see them go against each other. They always going against each other in practices, but the shit that we get to see, it's only in the game. So I thought that was pretty dope. But what do you think of Jason Tatum's like him scoring this many points? Him doing what he just did, I felt like he already stamped himself as one of the elites, but I feel like he's really coming now. He's really coming.
No, yeah. Jason Tatum for him to score 55 points in the All Star game. I'm like, damn, bro, you have to be on your Kobe shit tonight. He must have just been, just in a moment. I feel like he didn't probably just set out a goal to score 55 points, but I feel like once he kind of like was in his rhythm and in his groove, once he seen how close he was, maybe at 30 points, that's probably when he was like, fuck, I'm gonna just go for, I'm gonna just keep scoring. I'm gonna just keep going and see how much I can get. So that's where I feel like Tatum's mindset was. But it is pretty cool to see Tatum and Brown go head to head. Like I agree with you. Like we don't see that often. These are two young superstars that on the same team. So when we do see them play against each other and go head to head, that shit is like really it's like really a show to watch for real. Because it kind of seems like they got beef in a sense a little bit, but it's all fun and games at the end of the day.
Man, we seeing fucking Dame Lillard shooting from beyond half court, splashing shit. We see LeBron go over there high flying, dunking, looking like prime Bron. And what's so crazy is Bron is 38 years old, 20th year in the league, but he's still flying higher than anybody else on the court. Nobody else was even touching him. He came in the building excited. He was jamming. He was jumping before the game. He was hyping all his teammates around him, talking to everybody. I could tell that as the years go by, he knows he doesn't have too many left. Maybe 4, 5, 10, 6. Who knows? Who knows how many years he wants to play left? So he's really enjoying the moment. I seen he was hyped up just to be inside the game. So I thought that was pretty cool. But also, we had who else was going pretty crazy in that game? We had Luka. He was having fun. It was a lot. It was pretty good just to see all the stars. But when the game was starting to go left, it looked like LeBron. This was probably the first year where one team just got spanked. Because if you remember last year, you had LeBron closing out the game. You remember he did like his little Kobe moment, his little LeBron King James moment. They gave him the ball, just made him go score the last bucket. So this year it was pretty much a blowout. That was a little bit different. We're used to seeing a lot more competitive game, but it felt like this year was a lot more defense. So that was also good to see in an All-Star game, right? Just to get defensive competitiveness in the game.
Most definitely, any All-Star game is good to see defense because it seemed like obviously we want to score a lot of points, want to give the fans what they want to see. But we also do want to be competitive too. Like same thing, kind of like not to throw football in there, but we that's why they kind of threw the Pro Bowl out because guys wasn't even tackling. So a lot of fans start booing. You don't want to, and like that's what the Pro Bowl is for. That's what the All-Star games are for. Is for the fans. You don't want the fans to boo. So I feel like you got to do what's best for the fans. Just try to make a game plan every All-Star game to really see what you can improve on. How can it be more fun? You made a comment earlier saying like it's not really much to do in Utah, but they are in Salt Lake City, and Salt Lake City, well, Utah in general, it's not really a partying state or like a partying city, but out of all the cities in Utah, though, Salt Lake City is where you would want to be to get out and do stuff. So I feel like it's gonna be jumping tonight. It's more likely gonna be jumping.
Shit. I thought it was hella ironic just that. So as soon as they're starting to come back, it looked like LeBron's team was starting to make their way back to Team Giannis. I think they cut it down to like 6 when they were down at like 15 or so, or they're down like 12 or something like that. So it looked like they had a chance to come back. They get the ball to Dame Lillard. He's fully covered and he splashes the 3 Dame time. It's just so crazy because he did it yesterday in the 3-point competition. He did it. He does it in every game. He does it in every playoffs. And then he does it in the fucking in the All-Star game and throws up the Dame time. Like it doesn't matter when, he's always clutch. Damian Lillard just filthy. He does it all. And also in this game, so the first time that Ja Morant, I feel like when they're giving the ball to everybody else, the announcers always kept saying, oh, this guy's great. He averaged this much this season. He's done this season. You know how they're supposed to do it. When the All-Star touches the ball, you give them their I guess their props.
The flowers.
What they done during the season. Their flowers. So then the first thing, when Ja Morant touches the ball, he does a nice little crazy, filthy dunk. And then he tries another dunk. He under his legs, he almost did it filthy and missed it. But every time he ended up dunking and touching the ball, the announcers, for some reason, they felt like it was a great time to throw shade on him for not wanting to be in the dunk contest. Literally every time he touched the ball, the first 4 times, the announcers threw shade on Ja Morant talking about the dunk contest. And I understand. I wish he would do it, but there's no reason to be doing that. Just
or was it like
flowers like everybody else?
Oh yeah. Was it like actual shade, or was it kind of like a joking kind of like?
It was literally like they just kept bringing it up. Like literally every time he touches the ball, they said, what did he say? Oh,
he probably dunked in.
He said, okay. One of the guys said, I'm a big fan of Ja Morant, aren't you? And he's like, yeah, I would be a big fan if he would join, if he would do the dunk contest. I was like, okay, that's the first time he touches the ball. And the second time, I think it was another female. Was it Glory? I can't remember what other female announcer that was up there, but she said it too. It was like the first 3 or 4 times he touches the ball, they kept throwing shade at the dunk contest. I was like, bro, if he don't want to do it, I wish he would do it. Maybe y'all should offer him more money for him to do it, but let it be, man.
Bro, it's funny.
But
It's funny that they saying that because LeBron James they never did the dunk contest. So the fuck. And LeBron is one of the most polarizing figures in all of NBA. And it's funny because like don't get me wrong, like the dunk contest, I feel like a lot of people don't want to do it because they feel like, and it's not because of injury or anything like that. It's just they don't want to do it because they just feel like it's played out, kind of like. And don't get me wrong, I feel like it kind of is. That's why I feel like Mac McClung he brought it back because like the types of dunks he was doing, bro. Like a lot of them dunks he was doing, I didn't see those. I've never seen
In a
those in
minute.
dunk contest. Yeah, or in a minute, yeah, or so well executed, like because he didn't take like 3 or 4 tries. You seen some guys
First,
want to pass yeah, some and pass dunk contest. You seen guys like trying hella times and like it was just crazy. Now you see Mac McClung and you see Trey Murphy. You only one shot, 2 shot. You feel me? We don't need all these tries. You feel me? So I feel like that's pretty impressive right there, just getting it down like one whop. But no, yeah. I ain't gonna lie though. I enjoyed the 3 point contest too. The 3 point contest definitely was exciting for me too. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I did, but I definitely enjoyed it. Just because the stars they had like a lot of new players, like Halliburton. Bro, I did not think Halliburton had a shot like that because even when he first shot, his shit was kind of weird, like kind of And I don't really remember him like even in season like really hitting a lot of threes. But he did really well in that contest though. I don't know if it was like his form or the way he shoot, but he did really well. He made it to like the last round. But I think he had the most out of everyone. He had like 31. And the second
yeah,
most I
he
think
was.
was Dame. Dame had like 28 or something like that.
Yeah, he was out there slinging the rock. He was out there slinging the ball yesterday, and I was a little bit surprised by that. I thought Dame was gonna score more the first round, but he scored 31 in that. And like you said, I'm not really known for him to. I knew he was a sniper, but he was shooting like
Mm-hmm.
fucking Curry yesterday. He was just draining it,
Oh
shooting
yeah.
freely, especially for his first one. He felt pretty. It looked like he walked in there pretty confident. So that was also pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. But also, let's go on to the next. Damn, I thought I had the Bron up. Oh yeah, right.
So we probably could talk about Love too. And then Kevin Love.
Man, fucking Kevin Love. I honestly thought he was gonna be a Laker.
Cause bro, I ain't gonna. Oh, that would have been solid for him to be a Laker. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Miami Heat stacking, bro. Kevin Love with Bam Adebayo with Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler. Oh my gosh, little
Yeah, it's
squad,
looking like they building a little bit. They building a little bit of something. But
a
this
little
happened from
playoff push.
earlier. This happened from earlier today. Breaking LeBron James will not return during the All-Star game, and this actually happened on the block that he tried to do. He tried to do a little chase down block, and on the chase down block, his finger got split in between the rim, and his pinky finger went all the way left. It looked pretty nasty.
In
It
the
didn't
round.
look great. But I
Yeah.
thought, yeah, between the rim, I thought he was gonna actually be able to come back into the game because I thought it was pretty dope just between Giannis. Giannis, he had no reason to come out and play, but he wanted to give the fans that never seen him just a little glimpse of him. So he came in, he played a little tough, he got the ball, did one slam dunk, and then subbed himself out the game. So that was pretty cool. But LeBron James, he ended up getting hurt. I don't know how serious it is. Maybe he dislocated his finger, maybe he just sprained it. But should the Lakers be scared going into the next after this All-Star break?
Mm, yeah, hell yeah. Just because
Yeah.
they just because like they basically traded some assets away. They got more assets, different pieces that can help them in different places. But they did this kind of like for Bron, in a sense. Like they want Bron to get to the playoffs. They want to make an effort to try to at least get to the playoffs. But now that Bron, hopefully knock on wood, he don't miss no time from his injury. But shit, like I was saying, like Lakers should be scared because if he does miss time, they should be scared of maybe losing a few games in a row. Because we all know, like hopefully Anthony Davis does show up, but we all know Anthony Davis doesn't show up all the time. So he's very inconsistent. So I would just be scared just for the simple fact we don't have our leader out there, LeBron James, and he already just sat out with like 4 games because of
Right.
just him just wanting to rest and stuff like that. So yeah,
I
I would
think
be
he's gonna
scared.
play though. I think he's got to play. The Lakers are fighting for that final playoff spots, last couple playoff spots. You need them. Like you said, they just made this trade for D'Angelo Russell. LeBron had to sit out 4 games before after he just broke the record. This team really has no chemistry with Bron. I think they only played like 1 or 2 games altogether since they've been traded. So I think that he's got to
Yeah.
play. Anthony Davis has got to play. D'Angelo Russell has got to play. Even if he's well, it really depends though. If it's really as bad as it looked, possibly not. But it looked like it was probably maybe just a sprain. So if he's able to go, just wrap that shit up with some tape and let's make this playoff run because we need him. And LeBron's pretty tough. He's played through a lot. We seen it in the playoffs. He played through ankle injuries, where it's looked like, damn, did he break that ankle? We seen
For real.
it looked like he's broken arms, look like he's broken legs at times. But LeBron always plays through things when he can during the playoff time. So I'm hoping that we get that Bron for this last little stretch that they got to make. Mm-hmm. So what are the chances of him playing up?
To be honest, I have no idea. But knowing how Bron is, I can't even call it, just because I feel like still pretty early, and not early in the season, but the All-Star, after the All-Star break, obviously this is when things are going to start ramping up. But it's going to be early in the after the break. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're going to maybe want him to just sit out just for precautionary reasons, maybe for the first 2-3 games back. Maybe that's what I would do. 2-3 games shouldn't really hurt you. They're still in a good position to make a play-in spot. They're because the teams behind them are super very 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 low. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like them losing 2-3 games ain't gonna hurt them that much, but it'd be whatever.
I don't know, because I think they said that the Lakers have. I think they said they only could lose 4 games, 6 games. 4 to 6 games, to really give them a chance to make it. Yeah, to really give them a chance of making the playoffs. I think they got 26 games left, so they got to go 20-6.
Damn, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's all.
Not for real. I don't know.
I'm like, bro, Brian, you can't be missing no games, bro. Wrap that up. Icy hot. You're gonna have to do something, bro.
Yeah. But you gotta also think too, Bron does want to play next year. He already kind of let it be known that he wants to play with his son. So you don't want that. You don't want that. Yeah, bro. But that's still got bones in it. You don't want the bones to be healing. No, for real. You don't want to set yourself back. You don't want to have an injury and then maybe re-injure it or even injure it more. So especially as you older, when you older, it's kind of hard for your body to heal itself. So I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know. To be honest, it don't seem like it really was that bad of an injury. So I really feel like he might not even sit out. This is me guessing. And then he did play maybe I want to say a good 5 or 10 more minutes before he subbed himself out, or before he went out because of the injury. But no, yeah, I don't know though. I don't think he's gonna sit out. It didn't look. If I had to guess, I don't think he's gonna sit out. I don't think he is.
And you said,
even if he is hurt, I feel like he has that mindset, like you said too. They know they only Bron. If anybody else knows, Bron knows that they only have 25 games left, and I'm pretty sure Bron knows they have to at least win 19 or 20 games out of those 25 to get to that playoff.
Right, the luck was it's just unfortunate luck. I'm hoping that Bron can push through it, and I think, like you said, LeBron James knows. He knows what he got to play through, and he knows what needs to be done, so he's gonna do it. But moving on, like you said, in the 3-point competition, we had Damian Lillard. Shout out Dame for ending up winning the 3-point competition. I felt like this solidified himself as one of the all-time greats at the 3-point, as one of the all-time great 3-point shooters. We already known that he was up there with Curry. He likes to say, why does nobody look at me at Curry when they look at guys that can shoot the 3 ball so efficiently and so crazy deep? So I feel like this is added to his resume even more. And Dame, he was fucking drilling. So I'm glad that he has this. Hopefully he'll move on to the next team, go win him an NBA championship to add on to that resume. But with Damian Lillard, he ended up putting up 26 in the second round or 26 in the first round to move on. So Buddy Hield put up 23. You had Tyrese Halliburton. He put up 31. You had Lauri Markkanen. He put up 20. Jason Tatum put up another 20. Tyler Hero was a little bit disappointing. I thought he was going to put up more than 16. Honestly, I thought he would put up at least probably a good 20-something up in there. But Julius Randle, he put up 13. Julius Randle, bro, you had no reason to even being up in a 3-point competition. Shout out to you, though. You changed the whole game from a rookie. Literally, at first, you couldn't make 1 3. Now your ass, we can't leave you open. But it was still a little strange having him in the 3-point competition. And then Kevin Huerter. I thought that was
they probably only had they probably had him Kevin. I said Kevin, my bad. They probably had Julius Randle in the 3-point competition because I just found out yesterday that this year he's leading the team and he has a career high percentage in 3-point percentage this season so far.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
they probably
3-point competition.
But when you Yeah, when you look at it though, I believe it was only him and Laurie Markkinen who was like the big man. You know, they always try to show big man love. They can't really leave a big man out sometimes. So when you do got a big man that can shoot, and I'm pretty sure Laurie Markkinen and Julius Randle are probably one of the best big men in the league at shooting from the 3 point, or maybe even just like kind of like on the perimeter. So maybe they had to throw somebody in there. Me
So
personally,
how
I would
did
have
you?
threw shit. Who's like I don't know who a good big man shooter right now, other than Julius
It's
and Laurie.
well, who did you? So back to Jason Tatum. I want to talk about his approach to it. So I thought it was kind of funny because he ended up starting the ball off with all his fucking. What are the balls? I'm over here blanking out. What are the balls called? The
The
balls are
money
called
boss.
the balls that count for the money balls. So he started the whole
Mm.
his first 3 point line, all money balls, and that's all in his first slot. I thought that was a little bit funny, a little bit strange because I thought you would like to get warmed up a little bit. Go through the first rack, go through the second rack, go to the third rack before you hit that last rack. Because that last rack I felt is the money ball. I thought you like to get hot from there. And then also he was shooting from the corner. If he went that at money balls, I thought he would probably put it at the wing. I think he shoots better from the wing than he shoots from the corner. But how'd you like that approach to it? That's what I like. Not too many players would have done that.
Um, at first I thought he probably did that because of where he has to start. That's probably where his spot is. But I'm pretty sure it didn't matter. He probably could have started from either corner. So I thought that was kind of weird that he started off with the money ball. That you would think he would want to get warmed up first, but everybody got their own methods though.
I think that probably cost him anything because he missed all the money balls. On his first rack, he missed all 5 of them. So I felt like that cost him the most because he probably could even end up making it further. Because if you think about it, he made 20 balls or he made 20 points, and I almost made him to the next round. So if he would have probably made that into his last rack, because I want to say on his last rack, he made every ball on the other side in that corner. So if you would have switched your money balls in the corner at the end, you would have damn near put up 30 points. Just by doing that small switch. So Jason Tatum, if he does it again, I feel like a lot of shooters, they got to start paying attention. Like, why would I start off with the money rack when I got to get warm? Like, of course, you're going to let yourself brick a couple.
No, honestly, I'm pretty sure everybody probably was thinking the same thing we was thinking. Like, why is he starting off with the money ball? Because I've never really seen that either, to be honest. I always seen either the money ball, like, always in the middle or towards the end. I've never seen it in the very beginning, ever.
I wonder who told him that. Like, who was you working
That's
with?
what I'm
Like,
saying.
hey,
I honestly feel like that was just something that he chose to do. Because Jason Tatum seemed like the type of guy that would kind of, just kind of like, okay, I think this will work. Let's try it.
let's
And
just try
he
it.
ain't gonna try to shoot again.
He said he gonna try to shoot again. How much time you got, Lamar? You got to go right now, huh?
Yeah, that'll be right.
Fuck, we getting right here, but how do you think? We just free talking there. How do you think about Mac, bro?
Shit, Mac McClung. No, I ain't gonna say I knew he was gonna win because I didn't really know what to expect. But I mean, I knew if you go back and look at his highlights in high school, that boy got some crazy ass highlights, for real. He went viral because everybody was saying the same thing. Like, who the fuck is this white boy doing all these dunks? Like, and then people was like questioning, like, is this a 10-foot rim? Because they was thinking white man can't jump. But nah, that boy legit. That's the reason why he went to Georgetown, because he modeled his game after like Allen Iverson and I forgot it was another person, but he really grew up an AI fan, so that's why he went to Georgetown first. And he already know he used to play with he used to play with niggas, so that's not even a question.
I feel like that just doesn't that earn him a contract? Shit, I don't feel like you could just put him back onto the bench, bro. You just won an NBA dunk contest. There's no way you could send him back to the G League.
Even the announcer was saying he made it to the league tonight. That's what they were saying when he won. I was thinking that in my head too. There's no way. I mean, he might not start, but he gotta be on the roster for the rest of the year for the Sixers.
Yeah, at least for the rest of the year. No way you can send him back to the G League. It's like, bro, he just won an NBA dunk competition. But that's how you know NBA and dunking and skill has to do two different things. Because you see guys that are doing filthy dunks that do crazy dunk competitions that nobody in NBA could do that. But it's a little bit different when you got to add it all together. But, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I feel like he deserved that spot though. He deserves at least a shot on the team.
He definitely deserved to win it. He definitely deserved to win it though, because I feel like out of all the dunks that everybody had, he had the best dunks. You can't even deny it.
That was another thing I want to talk about. That we could talk about another day though. But the dunks,
like that 720 dunk, that shit was crazy.
But the other dude, what is it? The big bulky light skin,
Trey Murphy.
Trey Murphy.
Oh
Literally,
no, he was weak. I know you're talking about Jericho Sims. He kept putting on his elbow in the rim.
Yeah, like, and then they were giving
Yeah,
him higher. They're giving him higher than Kim Martin.
They
Like,
was,
bruh,
yeah,
how
that
are y'all?
was bullshit.
How are y'all scoring? How are y'all giving him a better score? This motherfucker literally used the net to pull himself up, and then he did his elbow
Daisy,
wasn't
you
even
copy?
in there. So after he poked it up in there, like, really, bro?
Yeah, and then he tried to read the note. Like, what are you doing, my nigga?
Like,
The
what are
fuck?
you doing, bro? You had no
Daisy.
creativity, and then you opened up, and then after you pulled the note
Hey,
off and opened it up,
did you want me to do the last of the toy parties if there is some?
Go ahead and grab some recaps, and I'll have you start zoning stationary.
shit, Lamar gotta
Copy
get
that.
back to
Copy that.
work. We gonna end it right here, though.
I didn't even
Who do y'all
want to
think was
go
the
to. Oh,
best?
nigga, I forgot we was live. Damn, I swear we was live. I was not trying to zone stationary. Fuck.
Hey, if y'all think
Fuck
Lamar
stationary.
should zone stationary,
Hey, let it be known. Fuck stationary. Yeah, y'all let it be known that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, we out of here though, bro. Short little live.
Fuck
We
all
gonna
them
be
pencils
back
and pencils, man.
hopefully either tomorrow or Tuesday, but we out though. We gone.
We gone. RP Tech.